On the 6th of August 1945, the first ever atomic bomb was dropped on the Japanese city of Hiroshima. This was the start of the atomic age. It is in no way a positive age, as hundreds of thousands of innocent civilians were left dead on the site. The UK, a group of countries in Northern Europe, also took part in this explosive matter. A lot of people at this time thought that the world was going to end. This, of course, was an absurd assumption, but thanks to some strong, heroic leaders who managed to calm the population, the chaos was mildly limited. All the leaders used different methods to persuade the population, as well as help them through the hard times. During the campaign for nuclear disarmament, the main leader, John Collins, was inspirational as well as a good speaker, and he had very strong ideology. However, he was not the only one inspiring the locals. Street leaders had a very strong influence on the civilians' thoughts. The CND organization, otherwise called Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament, was launched with a massive public meeting event in London on February 1958. They were led by a very successful man called John Collins. He was a priest who was active in several radical political movements in the United Kingdom. He founded a few organizations of his own, such as a Christian Action, War on Want, Defense, and Aid Fund for Southern Africa. He was very known at that time for his involvement in voluntary work. The big ambition of everyone who takes part in this community was to get rid of nuclear power. Some of these people were extreme environmentalists, and they were thinking about more long-term project on the world. They knew that if a war was ever going to break out, the nuclear weapons created could destroy the entire planet. Ms Beck, a teacher from Stonehill International School, took part in this event when she was a young girl, and she expressed to us her feelings and her thoughts of the leaders and the ways they took part. This is what Caddy Beck, the teacher from Stonehill International School, had to say about her first involvement for the campaign for nuclear disaster.
I'm a young child, and I wanted that to be part of his youth, really.
Our second question for Ms Caddy Beck were, what were the methods that they used?
What they used to do was much more direct than we would do, because we were trying to stop the opening of the nuclear reprocessing plant. And what they would do is they would get out their wire snippers, and they would actually try and get in there, and they did stuff that was against the law.
Our final question for Ms Beck was, what did you personally do to raise awareness of the subject?
I mean, I didn't do anything that was particularly illegal, but what we were trying to do was to raise awareness of what we were going to do. Well, I mean, there was stuff that was done on a regular basis. There was a regular CND march, but there was the brass band, and we'd sort of get our posters and walk along behind the brass band. I always had that dream like my daddy before me.
To conclude, the campaign for nuclear disarmament was partly a failure, as these weapons still exist in today's world. However, the CND organization still exists today, and strong people are still fighting for the ability to get rid of nuclear weapons. Today, people are scared that the government might decide to launch a nuke as they do not agree with another government. World peace being when people are able to resolve their conflict without violence and can work together to improve the quality of their life, is extremely important for every single living thing. As if peace ever breaks out, then conflict might happen, and that could affect the entire world.
I got my boys with me, at least those in favor. And if we don't meet before I leave, I hope I'll see you later. Once I was 20 years old.